My name is Daniel Scott with UDAYA.com, and this is Average Joga, a series of easy-to-digest yoga tutorials for people who don't do yoga yet. Take what you like, leave what you don't, go at your own pace, and learn to build your practice from the ground up. Twists. How do you do them? Very simply, twists can be your best friend or your worst enemy. When practiced correctly, twists are a great way to unwind tension or move deeper into ranges of motion farther than you've ever experienced before. However, when done incorrectly or without proper grounding and direction, a twist can actually really cause a lot of pain and damage to a body that's not ready for it. So when doing a twist, especially for someone who is quite flexible, it's very important to move from a place of strength and grounding. For somebody who's inflexible, it's about learning how to unwind around the spine so you can find that movement that you need to make space happen. So you're going to want to find a comfortable seated position. It might be that you sit on a brick or you sit on a bolster. I'm going to sit on a bolster because they're soft and comfortable. Now, if you can sit cross-legged, great. If you want to have the knees bent and sit on your heels, that's fine too. But the most important thing when setting up for twists is to realize that the twist can move from very different parts of your body. So think about three lines intersecting, running parallel. There's your hips, there's your shoulders, and there's your eyes or your head. So I like to think about the eyes, the shoulders, and the hips personally, but the head can be the top of the head, it can be the chin, what have you. Think about a line. Head, shoulders, hips. Now, if you twist from the head first, it's simply the neck. And so even here, if you move just by turning your head side to side, it's super uncomfortable. You can actually pull muscles in your neck. So think about taking your finger to your nose, taking your other hand to the back of your head. You're going to find a lump. It's the occiput. So take the finger, the nose finger, and you're going to pull the nose away from the finger into the back of the head. So it's like a reverse Pinocchio. The nose is drawing into the head. Now, this movement right here lengthens the back of the neck. Now, when twisting, instead of twisting from turning the nose, twist from moving that point at the back of your head and just turn the head to the right. Come back to neutral. Draw back in. Turn the head to the left. Even here, if you want to really pull in and look at the eyes that I'm doing, and before I even do the twist, I'm not looking with the eyes. I'm drawing the head in and moving my head to move my eyes. The strange thing about using your eyes to do twists is that they tend to look farther than the twist happens because you have the side-to-side movement in the eyes. So instead of looking with your eyes, look with your face when you're twisting, and you're going to find it's going to be much easier to control the movement slow and smoothly. So moving from the head is one line. Second is from the shoulders. Now, keeping the eyes and the nipples looking in the same direction is going to make the shoulder movement much easier. So imagine you have laser beams shooting out of your eyes, you have laser beams shooting out of your nipples, and they put 4 points on the wall in front of you. So you want to move that box from side to side. So don't move the neck independent of the shoulders. Move the shoulders and the neck at the same way. So shoulders down the spine, take a breath in here, and then on the exhale, draw the nose back into the back of the head and rotate the shoulders and move that box from one side to the other. Now you're going to find that you might have a small range of motion. You might only go, say, 75 degrees from side to side. I have my hands up trying to make a box with my hands. You can do that too. But you'll notice that the hips are staying forward as the shoulders and the face move from side to side. And in doing that, you're going to realize the core muscles, the muscles between the ribs and the hips on the side bodies, all the muscles that support the spine, they're actively supporting the twist. So we did the head, we did the shoulders. Now let's move from the hips. So now we have eyes and nipples shooting lasers, but now the laser beams of the hips can move as well. So you have 6 points on the wall in front of you when you just look forward. Taking the hands to the knees, Take your left hand to your right knee if you can. Now don't turn the hips or the shoulders or the eyes. Take the other hand to the side or behind you. Take a breath in, shoulders to the ears. Exhale, shoulders down the spine, nose draws into the back of the head, and begin to try to turn all 6 points in some direction. Now you're going to find when the hips try to turn, they can't really because they're, connected to your legs, but a little bit of movement's going to happen, and then the torso is going to move, and then the neck is going to move. Inhale here, exhale, move from the hips to drive the shoulders, to drive the gaze back to neutral. So you want to think of moving from the ground up for a full twist. Take your right hand to your left knee, take your left hand out to the side. Inhale, shoulders to the ears. Exhale, shoulders down the spine. Nose draws in, navel draws in, hips begin to move, then the shoulders begin to move. And then at the end of that, you can start rotating the neck. To come out of the twist, rotate the neck back to lock up with the chest moves up with the hips, you come back to neutral. So it's 3 lines of movement: hips, shoulders, eyes, or hips, nipples, and eyes. Let's try it again and think about this. Close your eyes. Breath in, take your left hand to your right knee, take your right hand out to the side. Don't start twisting. Remember, the last thing to move is the neck. Inhale, shoulders to the ears. Exhale, shoulders down the spine. Navel draws in, nose draws into the back of the head. Begin to twist by trying to move the hips. When that stops, when that gets to the full range of motion, the shoulders begin to move, the chest moves to the side. When that gets to full range of motion, then the head can look over the right shoulder. With the eyes closed, you might move a lot slower and feel a lot more. Breath in here, exhale. Rotate the neck so the eyes match up with the chest. Rotate the chest so the eyes matches up with the hip, and you come back to neutral. Same thing, second side. Right hand to left knee, left hand out to the side, shoulders to ears, shoulders down the spine, navel draws in, nose draws in. On your exhale, the hips rotate slightly, the chest rotates slightly, and then the head and the neck are the last things to rotate. You're going to move out the way you came in. It goes neck, chest, then hips. Now this is just the basics of a twist. The idea is to use the breath to wring the muscles tightly around the spine, or strongly around the spine, so that you can use the full exhale for the range of motion. If you rush through this, if you do the head first and then everything else follows, you're going to find that you're looking over your shoulder and you're trying to chase the eyes. Your back's going to get involved in this, your hips going to start lifting up, and shoulders are going to start rolling up to your neck, and you end up really putting yourself in this huge active place that anything goes wrong can cause a lot of damage to the muscles or even the spine itself. So moving slowly, moving very intentionally is going to be a great way to deepen your twist practice, to deepen your connection to your body, your breath, and everything around that. So, how'd all that land for you? Hopefully it sparked a fire. And if you're looking to fan the flame, head over to UDAYA.com and enter the promo code AVERAGE JOGA, Joga. You're going to have access to a lot more classes from myself and a host of amazing teachers from around the world of all shapes, styles, and colors. By all means, let this serve as a great foundation to build a home practice on that you can have for the rest of your life. Enjoy.